Yeah, so my name's Oren Reedy, I'm from Cork.
My name's Graham White, I'm from Donabate in Dublin. It's been a great experience so far. I've actually been working with an orphan drug company over here, helping them develop a market strategy for gene therapies. Really excited to help build patients who are typically forgotten about by the pharmaceutical industry. In addition to that, I also got the opportunity to work with the Idea Centre and their problem validation team. I help in startup companies in the university and the local area to kind of get some good information onto how their product is fitting pain points. So it's been a great experience. What STEAM's really taught me is that work doesn't have to be one-dimensional. Like if you can go out and pursue a career where you're working with the law people, you're working with quality, you're working with operations, so you can have a really exciting career path. And I think particularly myself wanted to be an entrepreneur. It's always been something I've been interested in, and STEAM has given me that platform to learn about other parts of the business.
So I'm working on a lung cancer awareness project right now, trying to raise awareness about screening programs. And I'm also working on kind of a consumer goods side product. So we're manufacturing lip balms by ourselves and selling them to our peers and locals around here.
Yeah, I think STEAM puts you in a really good place to go into the workforce. It gives you that innovative mindset that a lot of companies are looking for. Whether or not you want to go into a specific industry like biotech, or whether or not you want to move into consulting for a few years and gain your professional experience, it's going to stick with you. Obviously the fundamental part is that we want to go and start up companies. And like I said, we do have Honey's Balm on the go, so fingers crossed you'll see it in the store near you soon.
Yeah, you never know, we could be working on that full time in a couple of months.
My name is Paul Shanahan, I'm from Dublin.
I'm Darmini. I went to secondary school in Mallow and then I went on to UCC where I studied Business Information Systems.
Yeah, so STEAM is different from Irish universities in a lot of aspects. There's like the academic pace of life is kind of different, but once you're in, you kind of do hit the ground running. There's also that opportunity to get things started. So for example, since I came into STEAM as part of my capstone thesis, I'm actually working on a founders project. The Idea Centre here at Notre Dame has invested into my company, and we have like a board of advisors set up. So I pitch like probably a couple of $100 million worth of wealth at this stage, which is something that's just not available at all in Ireland.
Definitely one of the most fun things I've done so far was an entrepreneur roadshow we did around the US. So I ended up flying down to Colorado, going up through Colorado Springs, Denver, Boulder. Then we flew over to Washington and Oregon. And it was just really good to kind of see accelerators and different kind of startup hubs in different places and see what's doing well and poorly.
I think for people that might be maybe a little bit reluctant or uncertain about kind of making that leap of applying for kind of a US university, I'd say definitely like embrace that uncertainty and go for it. With like the opportunity of getting the Naughton fellowship, some of that risk is kind of reduced and it helps you a lot to kind of make that leap.
My name's Arielle Gannon. I'm originally from Dublin, Ireland. For my students, so they came to me and they said they all wanted to study computer science and they all wanted to study robotics, and that there was no one at the school to teach it. And I was the physics teacher, and I considered the options that and the knowledge that didn't really know coding, didn't really know robotics, but if they wanted to get into similar programs in university, they'd have to have something like this on their high school resumes. So, and this education is a pathway into the best jobs in the US right now. Like computer science jobs are among the highest paid. I was thinking about my next year options and I was thinking about teaching, but then I figured that I could have a bigger impact if I was able to give these tools to teachers in local areas that didn't have access to computer science education. Generally, there's kind of a class divide between what schools have computer science and which don't. So I wanted to shorten that gap a little bit. I started off with designing an educational robot and then really figured out that the core value of my project was the curriculum and professional development that I'd be providing to teachers to help upskill them to teach computer science. As of 2 weeks, there's an LLC called Teacher Code, which I'm the head of, and what we are is a professional development company that help teachers with different backgrounds pick up computer science skills, and lastly pathways to certifications, because in Indiana and a number of states it's illegal to teach computer science without appropriate certification. So I teach pathways to get that certification, and I am myself recently passed the certification test in February. So yeah. A year ago, it was like a vague idea. I knew the grand vision, but I didn't know the practical steps to make this work. After, with STEAM, you've got a clear pathway. It's really given me the tools to do well if everything goes to plan. Before, it was a good idea, but not necessarily a good business. Now, I've kind of targeted and honed it in to be a good business.
My name is David Gormley. I'm from County Wexford in Ireland.
My name is Timmons. I'm from a small town in Wicklow called Baltinglass.
I chose ESTEEM because there's so much more opportunity to develop and commercialize your own ideas, and I just didn't have those skill sets. ESTEEM was a fantastic opportunity to combine the technical skills as well as business acumen to have the confidence to go out and pursue your own ideas in the future.
Yeah, for me it was coming from that technical engineering background. I always wanted to give myself a kind of a business foundation. ESTEEM equipped me with those tools. We're doing so many different classes here, from business law to launch strategy, customer validation, sort of things that you don't really think about when you're studying engineering. You're very one-track focused. So for me, the attraction of ESTEEM was broadening my knowledge base and broadening my skill set as well.
The most surprising thing about ESTEEM so far are definitely the people. When back in Ireland, compared to the Irish university standpoint, it's very much you're removed from your lecturers and any of the staff, whereas here, Kyle, Jessica, Dave Murphy, everybody, Emily that works here, they're all just so friendly. It's like a family as soon as you arrive. To come into a new country, and very easy to get on here very well.
It's just a bonus that everyone's so supportive and so friendly as well. We're pitching ideas to each other, we're getting feedback from each other, and that's really valuable, that atmosphere that it creates, and it really kind of motivates you to push yourself as well when you see others around you pitching ideas, pitching for investment. So the standard's set high, and you're motivated to keep up with it. There's a lot more out there beyond Ireland. The Golden Dome, you've got the football. It's really, even beyond academics, it's the complete package here. People are so friendly. Yeah, it's been really amazing so far. If you're unsure, apply, definitely apply. You can lose nothing by applying. Go through that interview process. If you're lucky enough to be chosen, I'm telling you, this is the best opportunity you're going to have in your life so far. It'll and I mean that. I really mean that.